New faces, same old problems for Rangers as they slump to a 3-1 defeat at Ibrox to make it 6-4 on aggregate across 3 games against Newcastle, Hamburg and now Olympiacos. And this was the worst performance of the lot, man. It was Barisic and Ben Davies. They need to go. Rangers, as much as they've strengthened up the front end of the pitch, at the back, it's not like that's where they needed it the most. Obviously, yes, you lose Kent Morelos, and that is sorted now. I think when they're going to bring in Danilo, and I think once you get those players up the front gelled, it will look a lot better. But Barisic has not been able to defend pretty much his entire Rangers career, but the past 2 years have been abysmal for him. Ben Davies, I knew from day one, Ben Davies wouldn't have been good enough for Rangers, and today it was the Chuckle brothers at the back. We know Tav ain't the best defender, but at least what he does going forward, it warrants a place in the team. So I've seen John Suter get a lot of slack today, but what can you do when you've got 3 fucking retards around you? Hit me with it. And also one at the back, and John McLaughlin, when he came on, for some reason John McLaughlin came on.
I don't know how John McLaughlin's still got a career at Rangers.
I don't know.
Or a job, to be honest.
Well, career job, it would be the same thing, really. Right. Rangers have played... Do you know Rangers have had more goalkeeper appearances than games played so far this season? How's that even right?
Plus, I think with Robbie McCrory wanting to leave, should Michael Beale not be making it a point that, look, you're going to be my number 2 minimum?
Yeah.
I would have given McCrory the full game. I think taking him off, unless he was injured, but I think taking him off for McLaughlin, who probably has no career really at Rangers, third choice goalkeeper, I didn't agree with that. But
yep, and for a team that needs to gel, Beale sure as hell is changing it and changing it and changing it. But we kicked off the game with Dessers getting brought down. I thought he was injured, but you know what? He wasn't injured and he did nothing this game. I get it. It's only, I think he didn't. I don't think he featured against Newcastle, but he's played the last 2. It's only 2 pre-season games, but I'm not seeing an awful lot. At least from Sima and Lammers, I'm seeing things. I'm not seeing things for Dessers. And do you think after 2 games it would be too soon to call someone shite? Or I'm not saying he's shite. Let's not get that. But you see with Barisic and Davies, they're doing the same stuff that they've did all season, last season, and Barisic years before that. So I think it's fair enough to judge them after 2 games. With Dessers, it'll take a wee bit of time getting used to the club. Raskin had an outside the boot shot for about 45 yards, or maybe not 45, but 40 yards, saved by the Olympiacos goalie. If this went in, it would have been goal of the season. But again, if it goes in the friendly, it just doesn't really feel the same, doesn't it? Not as a real game.
No, friendlies didn't matter.
Friendlies do not matter. But the first goal does come, and it's awful defending. Ben Davies slices at it. It flicks back to Olympiacos guy. Tav should probably mark this guy, but he doesn't. Then it's played back the edge of the box. It flies into the top corner via deflection, but it's just Rangers to a T. They just cannot defend, and we're keeping players who cannot defend. Like, where's Balogun? Balogun get brought back, and he's not even in the squad today. But Ben Davies is fucking shit. I actually can't even believe we signed this guy. A guy didn't even play a game for Liverpool. We bought him for 4 million. 4 fucking million. Why not go with youth? At least if they make mistakes, they're 16, they can learn from it. This guy's 28, he can't fucking learn from anything, he's pish. Oh man, and that was 1-0 going into half time, and you maybe think, that's not an awful lot of highlights for the first half. Well, we didn't have any, because it was shit. Honestly, nothing happening, apart from a Raskin 30-yard long shot. We go into the second half, and that's when McLaughlin gets brought on, so there's no injury that I know of to McCrory. McCrory gets 45, McLaughlin gets 45. Why are we giving 45 minutes to a guy that's on the transfer list? The same went for Scott Wright. Scott Wright featured against Newcastle. Then the next day, he was interviewed outside Glasgow Airport on his way to Turkey to finalise the deal. Right, why is he giving time to players that aren't even going to be featuring? Explain that.
Makes zero sense. Doesn't make no sense. Makes
no sense, guys. But no, it does make sense. These 3 words. Penalty to Rangers. It was an absolute dive from Cantwell. And let's look at the facts. Rangers have scored 4 goals in pre-season. 2 have been penalties. And the other 2 have been mistakes for the opposition. Alright, albeit there's been a bit of pressing for us. But that's not good enough, man. 3 games and you haven't scored like a proper goal where you've ripped a team to shreds or actually a good passage of play. I don't have much hope going into the opening game against Kelly on a plastic pitch with a bunch of players that are injury prone. Not a hope in hell. But they did get beat tonight by Raith Rovers, Kelly, so maybe there is hope for Rangers after all. But the second goal...
Not a hope in hell Rangers can beat Kelly, like. Definitely not there.
Do you think you've got... Would you bet money on it?
I think they've got a hope in hell, absolutely. They're favourites for the fucking match.
I'm trying to sell the fact they were shite tonight, alright?
Aye, well, so's Kelly, so what's your point?
So's Kelly. But Barisic, awful for the second goal. Cross gets whipped in. Just does what Davy does. Davy? We Davy. Just slices it with his dome. Falls in. The shot, I don't even know his name. He hits it to the back post. Hits it. Ufeko clears it off the line. Actually a really good clearance for the youngster. And then... just sums up this 16-year-old or whatever's getting subbed on for Ben Davies at half time. And then they put it into the back of net anyway, so his great clearance did not mean anything. Then pretty much straight after this, Sam Lammers has a chance. He probably should do better, but I'm not going to be too critical on the guy because I think he was one of the few bright sparks here. Then it is 3-1. Ripped to shreds. John McLaughlin, nowhere. Matondo, when he came on, I thought he was actually dangerous. The only thing Hadji did was react when he got his leg broken a tackle. And then Lundstrom made a bad tackle after this. And Rangers, after such a good transfer window, they're just not showing it in the pitch. 3 games in a week. We're doing a lot of training, a lot of fitness training.
Well, hold
and the
up a
fitness
minute,
is fucking dead.
Is it a good transfer window? In terms of spending money and bringing in players, aye. But let's be real. We don't know if these players are any good.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, as of right now, it looks like a good transfer window.
Just like we don't know if the players Celtic brought in are any good.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a Rangers fan. Don't need to talk
No,
about Celtic.
no, but like
we're not like them.
No, but
well, I'm not like them.
No, but my point is they're unknown. Like, you know, like I think we need to. Like, I'm gonna wait till I can judge them more. I'm not gonna judge them based on one game.
It's 3 games though.
I know, but it's fucking friendly games.
No, it is friendly games, right? But Rangers right now are not going to qualify for the Champions League group stages.
How do you know that? Because they lost a friendly?
No, because they've played fucking pish. We haven't progressed in 3 games. Friendly games, you're supposed to see development. I've seen nothing.
Nah, I'm going to give Michael Beale I'm going to cut him some slack here. You definitely seen progression last season. He's brought a shitload of players and it's going to take the team time to gel.
Yeah, but he's the one messing it up.
Well, I think he's brought in too many attacking players. I will say that.
Rangers need another centre-back, left side it. Because Ben Davies is not the answer. Sell Davies and bring in somebody, man. Pay the money. Cifuentes and Danilo will
probably... And another thing, I think I would have fucking got Tillman. I think they've made a big mistake. Did they really need... How many strikers they brought in? Lammers... Dessers, now they're bringing in Danilo.
Yep.
Did they really need all 3 of them? I would have spent...
I
would have brought in Tillman. I mean, you've got Sakala, who people can say, oh, his quality's pish. He did a good job last season, minus the 2 sitters in the cup games.
Right, well, when you put it like that, he's a great guy, isn't he? Missing 2 chances against Celtic.
I just think that 5 million was a steal for Rangers. They would have cashed in anyway in a couple of years on Tillman. Why they didn't do it, honestly, I don't know. But I think Tillman was probably the most creative player last season, yeah. So I think they fucked up, but that's what it is.
We'll have to wait and see, guys. But anyway, that is it here for Fog Football. We will be back tomorrow. Hibernian taking on the mighty Andorian team that I forgot the name of.
Santa Coloma.
Santa Coloma. Hit me with a score prediction. I'm going to go 3-0 Hibs.
Well, I don't really rate Mikey Johnson, so I'll go 2-1.
2-1 he's going for, guys. But anyway, we'll be back tomorrow with more match reviews. But until then, peace.